Nissan unveiled a brand new concept car, which you see right here at the North American International Auto Show. Rolls out of your tongue perfectly, smoothly fine. But let's talk about it. There are some interesting things, positive and negative, that I wanted to mention. I love the look, though. So, yeah, let's talk about it coming up next. Taking over the world, electrifying the world, E4 Electric! Welcome to E4 Electric, your #1 source of unbiased electric car news. If this is your first time here, well, I'm not mad. As long as you click on that subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything moving forward. And there are many news that keep kind of rolling into 2019. And the first one that we're going to talk about today, at least, is the new concept car that Nissan unveiled and presented to us. It's called Nissan IMs. Not to be confused with my favorite pet donkey that I follow on social media dearly, so please don't confuse those two. What you can confuse this as well is the Nissan IMX that they've presented on the previous CES 2018. As you can see it right here, probably one of the best looking concept cars I've ever seen. They haven't done much with it since. This is them presenting this same concept last week at CES. I mean, they did take it to the body shop and wrapped it, but that's pretty much it. And there are some rumors that they might be taking into production, but after a year. But I gotta tell you, love the way it looks. All right, back to the what they've unveiled today. They're calling it an elevated sports sedan, which is actually kind of cool concept, and pun intended, right? There are quite a few interesting things, including let me see. There's a video. The interior. I mean, they really like kind of showed us pretty much everything right away. And there are specs. So let me talk about the specs, and I'll tell you why they might not even matter. And they are a little impressive, I have to say. But again, concept. So it's kind of like saying that, this car will mow your lawn and do your dishes, because it's a concept. All right, before that, let me just remind you that this show, not remind you, this is the first time I'm mentioning this. This is a new sponsor. You've probably seen its creator, Eli, on my show before. But this channel and this video is sponsored by Starman Gifts, with the home of the adventures of Starman. I have a copy right here, and there are a lot of other cool merchandise, Starman merchandise there. Check it out. There's a discount code in the description of this video, so go ahead and check this out. Elon had his copy signed by Elon Musk himself right in front of me a few weeks ago at the boarding van, so check it out. Okay, so Nissan IMX. Now, this is what it looks like from the back, which I also really like. I'm telling you, these guys are really good at making concepts. Maybe not electric cars, but electric concept. And they've already disappointed us a couple of times last week with, not having OG-cam batteries after all, not having the active management, thermal management system after all. And, now there's a concept. Now, let me show you the, okay. The interior first, all right? The interior is pretty futuristic, and again, I just love it. Now, this wheel, the steering wheel is not going to fly probably, and a lot of concepts having this, maybe by then it will be allowed, but I do like the layout. I don't know what's going on over there, like all the way on the right. Let me show it to you guys. Like, see all the way. I don't even know if they're vents or whatever, but the rest of it looks pretty cool. Now, obviously, they're claiming that it's going to have a autonomous driving and all that stuff. Now it says dual motor, okay, 150 kilowatt-hour battery, all right, 380-mile range. This, if you're coming up with the concepts, I would say those would be the minimal kind of specs that you would want to come up with. We don't know when they're going to be making this, or obviously they're probably going to be changing the design. But again, this is all fluff. This is I literally could have said 130 kilowatt-hour battery and 450-mile range, because again, it depends on when it comes out. Now, kudos to Nissan, kind of moving forward and trying to keep us excited. But you know what they should do, if you ask me? They should actually start making, improvements to what they got going on right now. And the Nissan Leaf have been on the market for almost a decade. The improvements that everybody expected from them to make just didn't happen, as I just mentioned. They did increase the range to 226 miles, and they did improve on the design. Kudos to them, absolutely. That car is, as a matter of fact, I just featured that car as the most affordable, at least in North America. They're kind of tied with Renault Zoe in Europe, but nevertheless, I really think they should start pushing forward with technology, rather than just with their awesome Photoshop, whatever software they're using for the skills. So I'm torn. I'm really torn. Kind of curious to know what you guys think. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to my new Patreon, Seth McLean. Thank you, Seth, for joining my Patreon community, supporting me as a full-time independent YouTuber. I definitely appreciate it. If you guys want to do the same, patreon.com/E4Electric. On the top tier, you can watch all of these videos live as soon as I make them and whenever I make them, and of course participate live in all of these discussions. All right, let me know what you think about this Nissan concept. If this is, something that you're excited about, or, at this point, you just want to see them do stuff. Other than that, see you next time, and remember to stay charged.